Your turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Time to save the world! Then they'll all see. My feet know the way.
Prepare for battle.
Huzzah! God's moving!
Thirty seconds to battle.
I choose this path myself.
The battle begins.
As the pickers flies, my battle continues! Go, go! To what end? I hunt Nothing to it. Move out! Confusing, but it's my right. Ready. Ooh. Thought as much. Clear a path. Dogs are on us! I never let go of my shield! First blood. Well. First blood. The real killer flames. My blood rises! March! No mercy! Our lines will never break! The spear can't have all the fun! All in stride.
Your middle tower is under attack.
To war!
Your middle tower is under attack.
Almost there! Fall before me!
Go
Battle awaits! I know! Ooh. Move it! Whoa! Move out! I'm under attack! No doubt. Ugh. I see why mortals like this. With pleasure.
Ching, patay.
My plate resounds. To me, the dogs are on us!
That was more than merely justified.
With divine grace. Wait, the creeps have pockets. I'm under attack. Well, Muller's over. That's mine too. What chance have you? Spears up!
Flashback sa ta, anjing.
A step towards victory! That's the right of it. We go! My spear leads the way. must march! Follow my lead. This way. It's gonna be a massacre!
Into the shade.
Move it!
Your middle tower is under
I know!
attack.
No quarter! Almost there! Indeed!
Your bottom tower is under attack.
With pleasure! Move out! I'm under attack! Ready! The dogs are on us!
Help your friend bro, never mind, you can leave LC player. Is immortal negative 14.
I choose this path myself.
Dire's turret has been killed.
With divine grace. I'm entitled to a rematch! My lost king waits for me. That's the right of it. Nothing to it. Stout for a little guy. We go! My spear leads the way. Have
Your
this
top
be.
tower is under attack.
Ho ho ho! Top is missing. Denied. My feet know the way. Thought as much. To the front! Beg for mercy! My plate resounds. Clear a path! This way. Battle awaits! No doubt. Double damage! Move out! March!
Stack, stack.
The dogs are on us! To what end? Fall
Dire's
in!
structures are fortified.
Have any done it better? Today you die!
Go
God's
for me.
moving! To war!
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
To me! step towards victory! All in stride! Now a spear! I hunt! Well, Muller's over.
3 horns on which to hoist them.
Follow my lead. Force march! The mercy stays my hand. To attack me? My
The weak. What did you expect?
Go, go!
Your middle tower is under attack.
Nothing to it! All in stride. My glory shines! Raha! Huzzah! Glorious! Kebab time!
Your bottom tower is under attack.
To war! Yes! To the last! This way!
Illusion.
Dogs are house! This is how all
Hey, Rasa, you know what?
towards
The
victory!
name is ICU, and then we go ICU, bro.
Move out! Move out! I hunt! To me! God's moving!
Can smoke this much. Come. Oh,
Follow my lead!
wait.
We go! That's the right of it. I choose this path myself. Indeed.
Survival spree. I took this.
All in! How many more? Have some! Huzzah! I'm under attack! Just don't kill my father!
Yeah, that's a nice place for a corpse.
Not even a hangover. Well, Muller's over.
Your bottom tower is under
Clear a
attack.
path!
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Double kill.
Your
With
bottom
divine
tower
grace.
is under attack.
Force march!
What a bird!
Triple dogs are on us! Nothing to it!
Dire structures are fortified.
Move it! Masterfully denied! To the front! My feet know the way. My spear leads the way. All in stride.
This will do nicely.
Spears up! Thought as much.
Trapped!
Perfect! Of course. I do love it.
Your middle tower
I
is
always
under attack.
point to it.
Your middle tower is under attack.
No doubt.
The enemy's
thought-
middle tower has fallen.
Battle awaits. My plate resounds. I know.
I want mana, bro.
To what end?
Bro, give me one. Thank you.
Ready? Own it! March!
Haste!
Almost there. Move out! Yes! You have no business here.
Answer me that. Was it worth your life to try for my own?
Doesn't even describe it.
I sure.
Go, go!
Is
Shadow Shaman. Go take.
Behold me!
Go take.
Nothing to it! I hunt! Come on! Thought as much. Which my matriarch cries.
Your middle tower is under attack.
My spear leads the way. I choose this path myself. Bow before the might of to war! Divine grace! To me! This is just mine. My plate resounds.
Your shadow has fallen to the radiant. Your middle tower is under attack.
My feet know the way. With pleasure. Ready.
Wait for my disc.
Raha! Battle awaits. No doubt.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
That's the right of it. All in stride. Another joins the Ash Legion. We go! Execution style! Indeed!
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Black King Bar! Force march! Move out!
This
Well, mother's over. Move it!
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Clear a path! March! To the front!
Bottom, play bottom.
Huzzah! This way!
Not going anywhere.
I know!
enemy's bottom tower has fallen. The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. The enemy's bottom tower The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
I've got this. March! There's nowhere to run. I defy what's possible.
They have been waiting.
All in stride.
You'll have to kill me better than that.
God's moving. Go, go! We go! Raha!
Regeneration.
To what end? No doubt. Huzzah! Move it! I'm under attack! Force march! Nothing! Almost there!
Sacrifice.
To me! Fall before me! Look out! Move out! Clear path!
The enemy's top tower has fallen. The enemy's top barracks has fallen.
Yes. This was just fine.
Ready! Follow my lead. Spears up! My
Dire's courier has been killed.
Go for me. The odds of that happening again have
The
to
enemy's middle tower has fallen.
I hunt!
How did you?
Nature is lawful.
A step towards victory! I'm under attack! Avengers. Don't push me! Your struggles begin! Have learned well. Indeed.
The enemy's middle barracks is fallen. We now have mega creeps.
My feet know the way.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
That's the right of it. I choose this path myself.
Dire's structures are fortified.
This way.
Radiant structures are fortified.
To the front!
Radiant victory.
Sage could not live up to his name and keep the Beastmaster alive. I just wonder what the average MMR in this game is. Like 11k or something?
Yeah, it's a bit of a big one here. Oh, the TP home from the NP up top here is Mira's left off to his own devices. But guess what? That's just collapse. Get regened up. Anything that he wants back from home. And immediately returning. So, but the last hits for Pure, like I said, still just doing great. 17 last hits right now. Claps doing okay as well. And the wave is pulled out far enough that they're not being like bullied. They have the treants as well, so Toronto Geo can't just like YOLO arrow. So he's got 2 points in the Starstorm. He doesn't have good setup anyway. He's just trying to harass on Amira. Significant amount of his life there is mid lane as well, also being spammed out here by the Coddle, as that hero loves to do. But
yeah, it's a nice
looking
glyph.
forward to see how he's going to farm.
He glyphed the creep wave under tower, so he keeps the pressure onto GPK. Unfortunately, the tower aggroed on the Coddle, so he had to cancel one of his Illuminates early. So far, a tiny 23 and 12 coming out on top pretty heavily in that mid lane. doubling up. I mean, if you count deny, he's tripling up on the Keeper of the Light, basically.
He's got that big punch. Connell just wants to get his own. Taking his thing. He's not going to be denying any creeps.
He's just going to be so
also,
I don't consider myself the best player.
that is true. That is kind of insane that this is happening in a wave without summons. This looks like a summons lane to have 13 denies.
Yeah.
I feel like Laryl...
denies? No. Oh, jump off the top. Mira. Struck by the Boundless. And looks like Toronto Tokyo with Pure should be able to kill the Rubik without too many struggles, but the Treant's irritating Pure. Needs to jump off the canopy and get in towards the Rubik while Collapse throws a few projectiles his way. Sprout comes. Pure will be able to cut through with a Quelling Blade, but he's out of regen. Doesn't have anything left to give, and their final touches. Collapse gets the trade. Feed the trees. He can't jump on them.
Yeah, he tried to tree as well. He tried to use the Ironwood branch to block the vision before the last right click came out, but it didn't work this time.
Oh, you're right.
A nice fancy play people go for it, but that just costs you an additional 50 gold.
Yeah, now Collapse looking incredibly strong while Yatoro kills Nightfall but dies himself as Save stuck around to do that return damage to him.
Looks like he might have bought out before going for that because he has like 0 gold, so might have been worth. Didn't get a chance with the recap.
Yeah, and I guess every second you delay that helm on the Beastmaster is another 10-20 seconds while he's dead. He's not farming, and the pressure is off you. They might go back again on the save. Yatoro respawns and TP straight down bottom. The tag team doing an awful lot of damage to this DP. Pops the Berry Fire, but it won't be enough. And the bottom lane for the Dire, always down a hero.
It's so much damage, even without the meta being up too, right? So once that comes back up, you can imagine it's going to be very difficult for him to actually stick in this lane. Pure body blocks and Sprouted here.
Tries to cut himself through the forest. Another Quelling cut and a jump to the high ground onto the treetops, and he's out of there. Courier nearly dies to the Nature's Prophet, wrapping in from behind. It's not a comfortable time for Pure, needing to salve and tango back up.
And you're looking at it too, right? And you're like, yeah, he's got no points in Jingu because it's double ranged in this lane, so he can't really benefit from that. So you think about these big turnaround plays where you have the massive boundless strike for all the HP. It's just not there. He just has to try and escape and get into a salve.
That's a good point. Yeah, double range against that Monkey King working out big time. And it looks like Lal has now evacuated mid. 2,200 net worth on the DP. Bottom of the cores, trying to start the stacks in the jungle. A really rough time for him, though. Only level 6 on the Kothel, while we see GPK's Tiny halfway through level 7. Illusion Rune bottled. Finds a couple of bounties on his way down to bottom as Neposhka, close to death, gets away from the Spirit Siphon thanks to his shards, but with axes and a few more hits in here. Oh, the raindrops stopping that crit swarm damage. He does live. And GPK didn't make the full move. Doesn't come bottom, returns to mid instead.
Yeah, too many creeps coming in. Probably the right call. A bit difficult to actually bring down the Terrorblade in that moment. Didn't have the best power rune either, unfortunately, getting the Invis rune or the Illusion rune. So. Yeah. And Laryl just trying to farm. And man, it is slow going.
The best player?
It's quite a challenge for him.
I mean, he's the same net worth as the Beastmaster right now.
I guess upside is Monkey King has been kept away from the creeps quite effectively by that top lane of Collapse and Mira. But now we get to active rune o'clock, regen rune grabbed by Miposhka bottom, keeping Save away from
body block by GBK.
Body block into the arrow, avalanche toss, combo down the Rubik. A freebie kill for GPK, and that's another step closer to Blink Dagger. 1,300 gold saved up.
And that death, space for Pure. He's caught back up to the Nature's Prophet after being bullied a little bit at the start. Well, it's kind of like he was doing well, and the Prophet was doing well, and now he's doing well again, so they're just sort of evening up here. Looking to see whose support can make the play. There is a Boundless here into Arrow, but it's 1,000 HP.
Yeah.
And down bottom as well, Save also just pressuring onto Miposhka. It's tense on both side lanes right now as GBK makes the rotation.
Man, is she pressuring into him, or is the turnaround going to pay off? Because Lal is here and a snowball forward, clipping onto Nightfall with the Illuminate. A lot of blast damage onto the Beastmaster while Yatoro turned around on with the Avalanche toss. They get the TB. GPK, oh, I don't know if he can get any more without additional assistance. Lal is a tasty treat, but I don't think GPK has got the appetite to keep on fighting. Ice Shard, Blinding Light, pushes him over the wrong side of the igloo, and the Avalanche, well, snowball back. Actually going to catch out GPK's Tiny. Where's the TPs? Where's my team? Save comes in a little too late. Nobody else coming to this bottom lane.
Careful now.
Miposhka, they're just toying with them now. Save getting punched around the side. That tag team, but finally killed off after he takes down Save's life. Collapse joins in the fight right towards the tail end. And conclusion being tier 1 tower being pushed in.
Big Nature's Prophet moving even up top. Mira's still bullying Pure at the same time. Hit him with a Fable, driving him back to the tower. So they are going to hopefully punish this, though, as they're hunting for Mira.
For a 10-minute fight recap, that's pretty nutty, honestly. 6 heroes dying, 12,000 damage being done, but top lane, they're onto Pure and blowing him up with his Keeper of the Light. Boots of Travel and Earn, apparently all he needs. Miposhka and Mira want Toronto Tokyo as well, but there are 2 leaps here for the Mirana. Doesn't use one immediately. Fairy Fire, double leap away from them. There's no telekinesis, but there is a Fade Bolt to finish the job.
I think Laryl misunderstood how this hero is supposed to work. Someone told him, yeah, you just, you do the stacks and attack. Just go and attack. Okay, I will go and attack. He is not farming stacks at all in Coddle. He's just showing up and blasting the damage, and it's working wonders. He queued up the Spirit Vessel instantly earlier. Possibly also partially why he wanted this hero, like going right into Spirit Vessel versus the Monkey King, as well as a Death Prophet in case maybe it wound up being a core. Kind of a cool option.
So go and stack became go attack.
Yeah. And that's, it was a language issue.
It's working out for him. Maybe lost in translation, but he's found it. Tier 1 bottom, down to the Exo, Catapult Wave. As Nightfall with Save makes short work of that objective. Collapse doing the same thing top lane, though. So again, one of these very even mirrored games where both teams are aiming for pretty much the same objectives on opposite sides of the map. Miposhka breaking up the staircase. They'll lead the charge with the Treants. They're trying to scout out any vision that BetBoom has around here. But it is just the Mirana safeguarding a little bit of farm for Pure up top. And Team Spirit, the ones coming out with a minor lead as this laning stage fully breaks down now. TB right at the top of the net worth. But it's also a key time for BetBoom with his Blink Dagger on Tiny.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Good dire scan. Understanding there's a number of heroes, 3 of them in fact, in that top jungle. So they'll smoke with GPK and Toronto Tokyo.
This is the turn.
This is the important part, right? If you find Kotal, it is huge.
But look at this ward, though. It's going to help.
Avalanche toss into the arrow. Perfectly played by BetBoom. First showing of the Blink Dagger, get the kill on the map. Maybe Spirit, as they TP into mid, want to catch GPK, but he sidesteps the green arrow from Mira. Still zapped down as Yatoro with his meta takes out the Tiny. So mid for mid and catching Save with a lift back into the sentry. Moonlight Shadow giving a little bit of safety, but the damage looks pretty good. The Spirit siphons enough. 20 health remaining. Any more catch? The snowball. How is he seeing
the ward.
He's planted a high ground vision. Who placed that? Miposhka with the ward down.
Yeah. Helping himself get a kill. That'll probably get dewarded, but you know what? Yeah, you'll take it. Keep her off the map, keep the pressure up, and also drive Pure back a little bit here as he doesn't feel quite as comfortable farming even a small camp after losing his Death Prophet. Well, Nightfall trying to find some small gains down here of just doing some neutral, stacking the Ancients, and hoping to bring his team back into some relevancy here with the Vlad's coming up next for his Helm of the Overlord.
And starting to slip a little bit for BetBoom.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Miposhka
attack.
playing very forward in that top jungle under. There's a little bit of vision, but the Dire has an obs on the high ground as well. So they'll punish him for his over-eagerness to scout them out. What's Nightfall tipping Collapse for?
Respect. Offlaners, doing their thing. Maybe he left him to jungle camp. That must be it.
I've got a feeling that Collapse tried to kill his Helm Creep and then he just grabbed another one before it died.
That's usually a pretty good chance.
Yeah. And what's Collapse at now? Nearly Aghanim Scepter, 400 gold away, under a Hawk currently. And BetBoom not really in the greatest spot to go and challenge him in the jungle.
Now, I don't know if Dota Plus is just being a little bit crazy today, but currently 52% in favor of BetBoom. Kind of interesting. You know, even with like a little bit of a gold lead here for the Radiant, a tower advantage, I believe, right? They've taken all 3 tier 1s.
Yeah, look at those odds. Definitely not in line with it.
No, Dota Plus, on the other hand, is just like, yeah, no, BetBoom got this.
I wonder if Dota Plus knows their MMRs. You know, if BetBoom have like a 2,000 MMR difference over Team Spirit, they're like, yeah, they've got it. Who cares hero pick? It's all about skill. Nightfall. Oh, he didn't get the roar up in time, and the immediate snap into action kills him off. Does roar the Rubik for now as they collapse onto Lol. But actual collapse, the Nature's Prophet just going to sprout and TP away. Save under the Moonlight Shadow. Still sticking around with the Spirit Siphons, and GPK aiming for another blink in potentially. And he's just going to avalanche and blink away. Doesn't want to continue this fight. Save's going to be left to the hound.
TP's home, TP's right back. Spreads you for a kill. I don't know, this is getting a little out of control here.
Game 3 time?
What is Laurel now? 3-1 and 4. Oh, there it is too. The eggs, of course.
Oh, the jump on Yatoro. Toss back into the arrow, but it's connected onto Miposhka, allowing Yatoro to sunder. GPK, the one being turned on. Dangerous territory for BetBoom to be fighting in here, and we are still yet to see Pure really get involved. Monkey King has stuck in that top lane, as we were talking about after the draft. Monkey King and Beastmaster, they stay in their lanes pretty much. Oh! And Nature's Prophet, he breaks the trees he's standing on. TP up from Lars, Keeper of the Light, Pure TPing home, and they've got no more stuns.
They do.
Long TP! They've got the lift!
That was a long TP, right? He must have been going to a tier 2.
Goodness, and then back into the mid lane towards the Tokyo. Blinding Light, Illuminate Blast, Lal solo kills him. 6k lead emerges for Team Spirit here in game 2.
That was definitely a long TP. I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah, it looked like a long TP.
It had to be. There's just no way he was going. He must have been going to tier 2. Someone else had just gone to. That is painful.
Ooh. How do you get out and play the map now? Like, Beastmaster is stuck. GPK's tiny has fallen a little flat. Had a very good debut of the Blink Dagger, but the next 3 rotations have fallen short.
Oh yeah, that was a really long TP. That was almost 5 seconds.
But you went into the combat log to check the TP.
Yeah, I went to the combat log. He was like 4.5 seconds into that TP by the time Rubik got there. But that's why you keep going, you know? So many people would have just like backed away, but he was right. I don't know if he just like checked, but well done. Big plays there for a huge pickup because, you know, he's just been AFK farming this whole time trying to get that item before he fights. So making sure that he doesn't get away with that and has to spend even more time doing so is going to be really important for your team.
Yeah, I mean, Pure just frantically farming top jungle. The rest of his team trying to crack open the mid and bottom lanes, but with tier 1 tower still pretty strong in the mid lane. And it's difficult for BetBoom to get there. Team Spirit smoking both of their supports. And one of the weaknesses we definitely pointed out of BetBoom is they can't do this. Their 2 supports not the best at smoking and rotating together. Whereas Tusk and Rubik, very good. If they can catch a glimpse of Save or any target around this mid lane, they die pretty much immediately.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
By Shadow. BetBoom sees Rubik. Blow up Mira. And Exorcism used up. Miposhka going for the TP home, but he's cancelled at the last second. Found the strike is there from Pure. And even though the snowball's going to move over towards the Monkey King, a couple more hits and a GPK avalanche will secure the 2 kills they needed.
Bit of revenge there for Pure as he captures someone at the end of their TP. So haha. Take the bonus, and well, fortunately for GPK, that's another one for him. As Tokyo grabbed the kill onto the Rubik with the Starstorm. So kind of like last game with BetBoom, this idea of just like maybe pushing a little bit too deep, getting a little bit greedy. Because, I mean, I wasn't really expecting Team Spirit to have this much of an edge at this point in the game. Just the fact that Laurel was owning so hard and rotating, getting these big nukes for the kills really gave them a lot of space, and the early tier 1 towers. But they still don't feel like they have the most like consistent form of initiation right now on the side of Team Spirit to actually go for these fights, right? Like what is their jump?
Yeah,
Rubik?
It feels
I guess
like
it's root. It's Wrath of Nature.
Yeah, it's Wrath of Nature, but it also feels like they don't want to be the ones jumping to start team fights unless they know it's just one hero on their own. So
Yeah.
I guess their ploy is, push out waves with Prophet and
Radiant's
TV.
bottom tower is under
And then you
attack.
have the choice of setting up at Roshan as like a 5-man unit. I think that's Team Spirit strength, right? The 5-man unit at a tier 2 at a Roshan. We're here, come to us.
Yeah, exactly. They should be like pressuring all the waves out, and then they basically don't want to force a fight until I feel like there's Scotty and like 2 more items on this TV.
Yeah, pretty much.
Until then, we're just farming.
Aegis will help. And a pretty speedy Roshan here from Team Spirit. It looks like Bet Boom can't get there in time if they knew it was even happening. What does he get? Level 4 Starstorm for Mira. Another bad steal.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Bit of a
attack.
soft push on the tier 1 mid with Beastmaster summons. That gets cut short. GBK cuts the bottom wave.
Yeah, I was just looking at where'd that tree go?
I didn't hit that melee creep that's left to survive. Go forth, melee creep. Defend your tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Like this,
attack.
tell the others. This is the warning. Yeah.
Team Spirit, not even
A little piggy
smoked.
coming.
They're not even smoked. They're just walking straight through their own jungle. Swinging across mid, in towards the Black Dragon. And GPK, Moonlight Shadow, and TPing away. A good bit of evacuation there by Bet Boom, realizing that an Aegis TB was on the way.
And now they're gonna smoke up here. Side Team Spirit.
Toronto, Tokyo, the first point of contact. Blown up immediately. Couldn't leap because of the roots. Nature's Prophet with that ultimate, showing how strong this Ags Goliathus build can be.
Yeah,
And
save.
top
I think.
lane, do they have him? He's broken the trees again. Pure with the Wukongs and the BKB up. Trying to fight back into Collapse with the 4-staff away. Lal has saved his Nature's Prophet, and they can quite easily turn. Keep the clicks on Pure. Make sure he can't jump atop the trees. He turned into one, but he dies. And back in the mid lane. I thought there was a go there. Nightfall was looking for the roar. But Yatra with Aegis and a potential snowball save out of Miposhka makes it a very difficult go.
Yeah. They were close to winning that fight mid as well, I think, and getting a few more kills onto Bet Boom, but the silence from Save was clutch because, again, their initiation's relatively weak, but they do have good follow-up after the root. And the root came out on multiple heroes, and they were looking for like a snowball to plow over, ice shard them in, but the silence was there, ensured that the follow-up wasn't available there from Miposhka's tough. So, well played by Save, helping to stabilize things, but obviously losing your Monkey King makes things quite a bit worse here. As Team Spirit just continue to farm. That is the name of the game.
Yeah, pretty much 4-1 odds now, but it feels like Bet Boom have stemmed the flow of bleeding for a little bit. That net worth advantage was, going 6k, 7k, climbing, now down to 4 and plateauing a little bit.
The odds agree. They've also gone back down a little bit.
Oh, there we go.
3.7.
But yeah, it's been a good job playing this bottom part of the map, just letting the first Roshan slip, allowing the Radiant to have it. But Pure?
Dire's top tower is under
Okay,
attack.
across the treetops we go. Get away from Yatoro. This makes the game a little harder, though. The challenge for Bet Boom once they lose top tier 2, outpost, and control of Roshan gives Team Spirit a massive map advantage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Dave just lets it
Radiant's
rip.
middle tower is under
I was
attack.
thinking
If you're pressuring tier 2, we're going for the ulti. But Yaro says tier 2, I raise you. Tier 3.
Jeez, he's going for it. Yeah, glyph expended.
Radiant's
So now
middle
they only have a
tower
glyph
has
if a
fallen.
tier 3 dies, right? They don't have a second glyph for this top lane. And tier 2
Radiant's
bottom,
bottom
I mean,
tower
it's
is
slowly
under
dying, but your base is about to be exposed. That would not even making a move. Now the TPs. Oh,
Yeah, he's getting that permanent damage.
maybe
It's coming.
Thought about TPing bottom. He's thinking about it again, but you've lost your range barracks. And Yatoro, and a minute and a half left on Aegis, doesn't want to overcommit into that enemy base. Well, it looks like they're trying to catch out Save and Nightfall, but they've already retreated from that bottom lane.
He didn't even get the tower.
No, they didn't.
He popped ulti.
They're still alive.
Well, that's no good.
That's a difficult spot to be in as Bet Boom. Now you don't get outposts, you don't get to have that Beastmaster just plonking his summons and units in that bottom lane and shoving tier 3. And Mira leaping away from the top lane. Bound strike. Avalanche, another leap into the pig pole.
Oh, come on.
Pure is still chasing, but this is giving such an opportunity for Team Spirit to react. They've got Outpost. They've got the ability to TP in with the Nature's Prophet. And Mirror's given a free, bill of fresh health there to get away from top.
He has been pig-poling everywhere. He has no desire for any other neutral item. I mean, to be fair, it's either Dagger or Wrist Duel or Brigand's Blade. You might as well keep the pig-pole as a real thing.
Oh, Nightfall caught. Meposhka snowballed off the back of that root of the Nature's Prophet Wrath. Find the Thunderhide Lizard as well.
Hawk 2. Send out the birds!
Save down bottom through stun there is. They've got the root from the Gleipnir. Catch him as he was trying to TP out. So 2 kills.
New life will make its home amongst your bones.
And that lead building for Team Spirit again. Halfway through meta for Yatoro will allow him to shove into tier 2. It really feels like Bedboom just scrambling to find any bit of space they can on the rest of the map. Monkey King is farming enemy ancients to try and keep himself relevant.
And he has an 8-second BKB. Tiny's a 9-second BKB. They need to try and find a forced fight inside Wukong while there's no Aegis. This is probably your best chance. It's either that or you wait until the next Aegis to fight.
Radiant are scanning.
But that's their glyph burnt now, so no glyph resets for 5 minutes here. Might be time to smoke out.
It feels like they've got to make a play somehow. You can't keep letting these tidal waves of aggression from Spirit keep hitting you and your base.
I don't know if you can wait for the next Aegis either to be like viable on spawning. Because like that could be up to 5 minutes away right now. And I don't think things get better for you in 5 minutes. I think they just get worse.
Yeah, 5 minutes is another lane of barracks. Pure. Showing on mid.
Are under attack.
Team Spirit not falling for that bait, understanding the rest of Bedboom right behind the Monkey King. And Collapse is now taking up the little spot that Pure was trying to get.
I think they're gonna lose it to trees, and terribly loses.
Yeah, there's no one defending it.
Team, your base?
It's gone.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Oops.
Smoke time though. Where's the Monkey King? He's
a
up
weird
top.
smoke though. Like Meposhka knows, right?
Yeah, he's just gonna stand on top of these stairs. Hello. Oh, there's 4 of you here. GPK next to jump. Snowball doesn't come. Meposhka down with buyback available with the TB from the high ground, raining hell upon Bedboom. Save gets off the ultimate, but you see how quickly they run away. They don't want to fight high ground with no vision into a meta TB. Rather dodge it, wait out that cooldown. Maybe start to think about playing mid to bottom.
There is an Invis rune here on GBK. They could go for something really cheeky. The Sentry that's currently in mid is dissipating, but nope, he's just going off. Never mind. Alright, well, that wasn't ideal, but they got Tusk, so that's fine. They might not have Exorcism for the Roche, depending on how things go here, as we'll find out in 30 seconds when that spawn's going to be. Is there any item coming up that can save this? Like, there's no Blink coming. The Monkey Scotty's next. That's pretty far away. Tiny Ags is far away.
See,
no, there's no item.
That's the weirdest thing about this support duo, DP Mirana, right? Usually we're looking at a Tusk or a Tiny or an Earth Spirit. Where's their BKB? Where's their Blink? Where's their Greaves? Whatever it might be. Mirana has a gem and Arcane Boots, trying to get a Force Staff. Might be a bit impactful. There's a Force Staff on DP. It's okay, but it doesn't feel like there is a fight-winning item there that's going to really save them.
No, it really doesn't. Feels like it's more on the cores than this one. And it's a medium spawn on the road.
Where's that snowball going? Oh, it's onto the Black Dragon. Here's Monkey King. Thinking about the go in. And GPK's Tiny blinks onto Yatoro. Lincoln's on him. Battle Strike's there. The Wukong's command. It's a zoning one. Yatoro's outside of the circle and he's pummeling into the Tiny. GPK trapped in the Sprout and dead. That is a tragic fight for Bedboom. No Tiny for 45 seconds. And they'll be thankful that there's no Roshan for a minute. But this could be another push up to high ground, especially when the TB grabs a double damage rune.
Yeah, and that was a pretty ambitious Wukong's command. It really did become a zoning one pretty fast there. Maybe they were hoping to get like a toss back or something and force him further in. I'm not sure. Maybe get a trade on GBK for Yadro or something, but the big blue dude is on your high ground and your buildings are gone.
Yeah, it felt like a very much an all-in on the TB. If they don't get the connection there, it is fight over. 3,000 health on Yatoro right now. Incredibly tanky. And he's got Hurricane Point and Sunder to play with as well. But as we can see, Nature's Prophet is actually the leader in terms of damage done. Wrath of Nature, one hell of a spell. And basically a position 1 in his own right. 18,000 net worth on Collapse as he spreads wide across the map, making sure there are no waves reaching his base.
Why does he get plus 60 damage for 50 seconds? That's a really long time.
Yeah, I mean, why does he have like the best stat game and base attack time, and he's a ranged hero? And
He must be Ice Frog's favorite.
he must be, yeah.
I mean, he's got the stat game. He's always pretty relevant.
Like just having a global TP. You know, you remove his other 3 spells, and he still has the best spell in the game.
And he just has the, what superpower do you want when you're like 5?
Yes.
I want to fly. I want to
Yes.
teleport everywhere. That's it. Ice Frog just made him first, and he just can't fix it.
Exactly. I can be anywhere I want to be. I'll TP into a bank vault. Haha.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. Oh god. Our brains were so wise when we were young. That still makes you a criminal, you know. I don't think I really consider the consequences.
Don't care.
Yeah, but you get caught. They have cameras in there.
Wear a mask?
Where are they gonna imprison me? I'll TP out.
Well, look at the Nature's Prophet. He's got a scarf that's covering most of his face, and he's got like an eye patch.
Yeah. That's a criminal.
He is ready for the life of crime. You're only a criminal if you get caught. And he'll TP away from you. Now here's that Roche. The big man's back.
They need a
Aegis
thief.
and the shard. They do. Where's the Ricky? Where's the sneaky little thief to come in and backstab? Nightfall's a little trapped up there with the shards. A weird approach to this fight, but they've got a root on the Monkey King. Stuck on the high ground, GPK's in towards the mirror. Rubik, but the wall response. Here's a stuck. Initiation of Pure is absolutely stuck up there. Can't Wukongs, can't move, can't bite. Team Spirit, they're going to run over this team fight. Full staff up to the high ground for the DP. Trying to crypt form back onto them, but GPK's stuck now. The roots from Collapse, connecting on every target they need. A buyback from the DP now, but this is Roche wide open for Team Spirit.
There's something so funny about someone being on a pillar and Rubik telekinesing them up there and then just setting them right back down to the same spot. It's like, there is nowhere worse for you to be. Like, I don't need to throw you to my
I mean, yeah, Monkey King did 182 damage in that fight, and it's like on Treants and a bit of Maelstrom Strike from other heroes. Well, there's Aegis Terrorblade. Nightfall roars up the Nature's Prophet. Wukong's is good for the Boundless Strike. Looking to kill off Collapse and Mikoshka. They might get the job done. The statue's getting the final touch. But here comes the big boy, Yatoro, ready to fight. Kill off save, the dieback of the DP. And now the move into that bottom tier 2 from Team Spirit.
That was a good instant TV from Pure. He recognized the situation. Okay, I got one. I'm out of here. That is a good trade, especially if maybe they YOLO buy back because they just want to push high ground right now, but there's really no reason to. They can just wait. Meta's up when Nature's Prophet respawns anyway, so they should just be planning for that wave to make it. So if you're bet boom, go, be free, cut waves. So it's the only hope.
How do you get there? Your mid lane's on your tier 4s.
Alright, that's true. Bit of an issue, I suppose.
Can't escape the prison. And Yatoro having that chakra magic to lower the cooldown of Metamorphosis feels incredibly good. Something we didn't really touch on because, you know, in the past it was a support keeper with Terrorblade that would be just following him around. But you've got this mid-Koffel that can do a tremendous job at keeping Terrorblade up and running.
So good and
So good and tasty. Love it.
Attack.
Best chat wheel line from that team.
Dire's
Disconnected. Probably going to see some disconnects in a minute or so here from
I'm
Betboo.
thinking so.
Because Pure on this treetop.
That's so scary.
Yeah, this is very spooky. Are you going to jump? Go on, jump.
I think the old curse of the Deadwood. Let him know.
Save it. Nearly should up dying just to TB in his illusion army. And Team Spirit very nicely spaced. They see Pure. He gets caught out. Wukong's the BKB's up. But he's getting punched directly down. Collapsed though. And the toss back. Mirror dead. Pure's still alive on 10 HP. Finally, Yatoro gets the job done. Sunder to play with. Zips it onto the Lal. As Nightfall snowballed upon and dead. 2 gone for a minute here. And save with an So when the Spirit Siphon's trying to play forward as the rest of Spirit, but Yapta is having none of it. Turns and slays the big Tiny, and GG Call takes this to game 3.
Yeah, they played pretty well this one, I have to say. Yeah, I felt like they were taking the lead pretty early and not letting go. I mean, wow, that was kind of crazy. That was one of the coolest Caudle mid games I've ever seen, which is a phrase I never thought I would say. Because he didn't just stack and farm. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it looked like he was not set up for success, and he just made moves. He just ran around, he hit his nukes, and people died.
Yeah, he had 11 CS while Tiny was 24 and 15. And then he ran around killing people over and over again. Like that monkey lane, you'd think Mirana Monkey, pretty solid, boundless arrow, but Team Spirit outplayed them in every single lane, it felt like.
Yeah, he absolutely crushed. Not only did he do 8,000 damage, 8,000 in heals, which is pretty sweet. He did like more than that, and just like the overall damage on those illuminates as well. Like he's blasted people for about the same amount. It was about 8k each, so nice and even on the heals as well as the offensive potential. And of course, most of that coming in the early parts of the game when he was just helping to carry Collapse and Yadro. In the later stages, Lara was just kind of hanging out. He was just kind of there, you know.
Chilling.
Yadro and Collapse were the real damage dealers in the end, but Betboom, they set up decently for the lanes, I think, with the support duo. Like, I get it, but the cohesion of the lineup was very strange.
Yeah, there's that weakness of keeping heroes like too flexible, and you're left in this last situation where you're looking for that perfect pick, and you move the little pieces around, but it doesn't quite line up as you would have wanted. Also props to Team Spirit for picking the Tusk and banning the clock. In that second phase, making sure Toronto Tokyo was forced onto a ranged hero, which he's performed not as well as compared to some of the melee fives that he's been playing recently. But yeah, tying things up 1 apiece now. Team Spirit against BetBoom, down to 1 game to find out who is that top team in Eastern Europe. As we'll take a quick break and return with the final game of the tour. Welcome back to the biggest series of the season here in Eastern Europe DPC as BetBoom take on Team Spirit, and it's all the way through to Game 3. Trent, now it's 1 apiece, and we've seen BetBoom not win their lanes. What are you thinking about Game 3?
Huh. Yeah, seems pretty good to do that, huh?
I think every time they've won their lanes. They're very focused on it.
They haven't done a lot of losing, so they've done a lot of winning lanes, winning lanes, winning games. So it's hard to find them at a deficit throughout this season. They've obviously been looking. Who did they drop games to? I want to say Dark Side off the top of my head, and I'm struggling to think of anyone else.
Dark Side is the only. Yeah, they only dropped a single game throughout their 6 series until now. This is the second game
I'm
they've
actually
dropped
paying
here.
attention, guys. Look at me
You
go.
know what's up. You've analyzed the numbers.
I didn't even have
You've looked at the table.
Wikipedia open yet, so let's go. Shout out to Wikipedia as always. But yeah, they finally dropped a map. So yes, now in the traditional sporting world, we often have this phrase or this saying where, it's good that they if you lose early, you face adversity and you learn to overcome it in like a round robin or something like that. But sometimes maybe you crush the round robin. This kind of happened to like EG at TI. Suddenly they won groups. Weren't expecting to really win groups. Weren't expecting to do that well, according to themselves. And then they get in the main bracket and they can't win a game. And then, maybe it's just this idea of like, when you finally get that loss and the momentum actually stalls, are you able to turn the ship around? So now, having lost just their second match, the whole thing, against his former team, Toronto Tokyo, of course, coming off Team Spirit, maybe he shook.
That's what I'm wondering. What the comms are like in the team camp. There, it's like we shouldn't lose to these guys. I used to play with them. I know what's going on in their heads. But when you're the captain of the new team that you've made, you've got 4 players on the opposing side. Team Spirit knows what's going on in his head. So probably got a pretty good read of what's going on. And of course, when you've got 2 teams that are so similarly placed in terms of caliber, skill, and quality, you know that they'll be preparing for each other, right? Yeah. You have the situation where they're both knowing they're the best, so they want to try and learn from each other what their weaknesses are, what they can try and exploit. And it looks like so far, BetBoom are opting to keep going down this tiny DP route, while Lena is left open again.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Is GBK going to play Tiny once more? Is that where we're at?
I didn't like the position for DP. I've got to say. It didn't feel good with the Marana. And even though GBK stomped the lane, he was just outmaneuvered on the map. You're kind of hunting a TB. He's sat in a pocket somewhere, covered by a Rubik and a Tusk. And is this the exact same opener as we had in Game 2?
No, we did have the Beastmaster first before the Tiny.
Yes, correct.
So prioritizing that instead, though, kind of interesting. And then I presume they won't get the TV. I don't know if they'd go as far as to ban the coddle. I feel like the TV is kind of crucial to how that whole thing functions.
Yeah.
5
it felt like it.
remaining.
And the big man with arranged hits. I think you've also got to be wary of your position 1 pool as well. Might see the priority for Pure's hero come up from last pick into that second phase. They do ban the Kotal, and Ember Spirit's also gone, so some key heroes being taken out.
That is very interesting. So they're just saying that the speed of that Kotal was too much. I mean, it was really fast. It was faster than I expected. That was a very different Kotal than what I've been experiencing. Maybe I've just been seeing the more farm-heavy games, but I think even when the Kotal last time it was looking strong, heavily relied on stacks. It wasn't so much that aggressive play that they were going for. It was dire side Kotal, farming stacks, and being really happy. So maybe the fact that Team Spirit are going to be on Radiant side again, and they're just like, you know what? I don't want this maniac running wild and taking us out of our jungle early and forcing us off our lanes too.
Yeah, that's kind of the funny thing, right? It felt like he was forced to play that way. He was forced to play aggressively with the Kotal because, like you said, he's Radiant and he got stomped by GPK and his Tiny in the mid lane, and he just had to go running around. Maybe it was partially luck that he did so well, but I think there's also the fact that the Monkey and the Beastmaster, 2 heroes that are they are chained to their lanes, right? They have to stay in their side lanes. They don't want to move towards mid. They don't want to swap lanes. The Kotal knows what he's going to be facing when he moves there.
Yep.
I do like these bans. Lena Sniper, take away some of the big options for Pure. Limit his hero pool a touch as well.
I kind of want a Laurel Leshrac.
10 seconds.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's not banned yet, is it?
Leshy. Yeah. If it gets left in here.
5
I
seconds
think we see what pick
remaining.
Betboom has, and if it still looks like an okay Leshrac game, you know, maybe get a slightly more defensive, like a clockwork, like go 5 clockwork from a Poshka, get a Leshrac. I guess then their initiation is again like pretty actually with Clock and Rubik. Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I think you're pretty solid there.
Then you're just pushing objectives as opposed to getting your Ember Spirit where you're actually engaging onto heroes though.
Do we get the triple respect ban from Betboom right now?
I don't know. It's
Kotal, Tusk,
kind of funny.
TB?
Just do it, you know?
I don't want to be messing around with that. And who else is out there that they
Dire
desperately...
team pick.
Centaur. Okay.
Team spirits turn
Nature's
to
Prophet on the field.
Mirana.
I guess that flexibility would have been nice if they shifted this to a Yatoro Prophet. And again with the Mirana. So
Alright, guys.
still
Please
liking
no.
that option.
Don't do it. Don't give me 4 Mirana or 5 Mirana and 4 DP again.
Give us
Unless
the
you
Riki
have
this time.
three
10
initiators as
seconds
cores.
remaining.
The Riki is still in, that's true.
Yeah, and I guess this time no
5
Beastmaster
seconds
pick, so there's no weird flexing. So still could be the like 3 DP, could be a 4 Tiny even, and a 5 Mirana, and we're leaving our mid and safe lane till last. So I like this flexibility more than I did with the Beastmaster in there instead of Tiny, I think.
Yeah, at this stage of the draft, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not as cemented into place here. As Team Spirit going to take a little bit of time here, as this is the most important part of the draft for the team that has first pick. This double pick here, because you're going to get counterpicked twice. So you better have some good ideas coming out of this phase that are strong as a unit and don't get knocked down too hard. What about like a Darkseer? No. Well, I mean, they could Darkseer melee hero and then Nature's Prophet Rubik 5/1. Push that way for collapse, but again, you know, not that many Darkseer games for collapse overall.
Yeah.
And
what's the melee? I guess it's Clock is the melee hero that could be taken.
Yeah. They could also beast themselves.
Ooh. I guess the big question centered around where's Prophet going. You know, Collapse did very well in that previous game. Just want to keep it that way, maybe. Like,
no harm in doing that.
Like the fact they had double melee and double range lanes actually felt good for Spirit in those lanes, right? Double range against Monkey and then double melee to protect the TB against the Death Prophet 4. So it looks like it will shift things. Doom.
Why are they going Doom?
Yeah, what is it? Is it like a block pick against what they think Pure is going to grab?
10 seconds remaining.
Like Morphling or something like that?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dire team pick.
I mean, it's just a solid hero, no doubt. I mean, they're just picking sort of a comfort lane as well. Hoodwink and Doom, pretty strong. If they want lane together, could also just be the Hoodwink 5, depending on what the carry is, if it's the Nature's Prophet or something else. Could theoretically be a Nature's Prophet mid, I guess. Probably not, though. I think this is probably Yado Nature's Prophet collapse Doom. But you never know. Sometimes it's helpful to mix up when you don't have the final pick in the draft.
Yeah, I guess if you're looking at this, excuse me, and thinking Mirana is a support and DP they showed in game 2 could be a support, so you're looking at a range support. Doom does pretty well, you know, like stealing one of the Arc Lightning creeps or Ogre Frost Mage. You've got ways to play aggressively or play defensively against the range support. And then you've got kill threat through the Hoodwink or the Rubik, who offer you so much control and early damage that no matter who the Doom's laning with or against, he's going to have a good game.
Yeah, and you can actually smoke up with Hoodwink and Rubik and get kills before Blink too, which can be hard with a lot of support duos.
That's nice.
That's kind of nice. Just like dropping the Doom, it's pretty hard for the opponents to fight into it. And there it is, the Morphling. Yeah, they were right though. Pure likes those big heroes when it's clutch time.
Well, that's like the first thing that came to mind for me when they picked Doom was like they're preempting something, right? They're preempting a Morphling or an individual hero that does not like being doomed or whacked by an Infernal Blade. They still go for it though. That's ballsy from Pure. Into stuff like Sharpshooter, Doom.
I think you still ban like OD Drow maybe. You ban one of each role just so like the 2 heroes that I think make Morphling the saddest. Just because they could do mid NP.
Yeah, I mean, what's Betboom's lane setup going to be?
Dire
it's pure Morphling, and then the others are still up in the air a bit.
Yeah. We're just that's it. That's the only thing that's really locked down. They're going to focus more on the Laurel heroes, though. I would agree that it's very likely a Laurel hero that's left. I am curious about the OD, though. I feel like that looks pretty strong here. Nature's Prophet has the push that you need. OD would just be that like secure damage. The ulti's pretty scary.
10 seconds remaining.
Just OD can sometimes be one of those win lane,
5
lose the game
seconds
kind of
remaining.
heroes.
Yeah, it's true. Could also, and you are going to get
Dire team
counterpicked.
ban.
So depending if they feel like there's anything that would really give them a horrific time.
I just love these like super targeted bans, right? Second phase, Ember, Lina, Sniper's gone.
Team
Got the Zeus and Lesh rank
turn
ban.
to
See, hey, you
pick.
don't get the lol Lesh
Yeah.
this game, unfortunately,
True.
Trent.
That would have
So-
been very synchronized with
team
their
pick.
lineup. Like across their own heroes, it would have been amazing. And you know what? The first hero that I did think of was also like they've been picking versus the Pango. So, you know, maybe protecting the Pango
Oh, yeah.
as well, so that doesn't become an eventual problem.
So it's a preempt pick and a cover pick. And
Yeah.
Doombringer, yeah, it's nice.
10 seconds remaining.
All right, any Morphling mid players? Am I getting a Bloodseeker here?
Ooh.
5 seconds remaining.
GBK, you feeling spicy?
Can you play Bloodseeker mid against Pango?
They could actually Bloodseeker 3. It's been a while since we've seen that one. But I don't know if you need to go that hard. Just to, you know, ruin a Pangalier's life.
And then what does that do with our DP and Tiny? Morphling 1, Morana stays as 5. If it's Bloodseeker 3, then it's a
DP
mid Tiny or mid DP. and
Or it
Tiny.
could be 4
Tiny
DP
4.
mid Tiny, but I don't know about the 4 DP,
Yeah.
man. I'm off that. I think I would rather just have the mid DP at this point. It's like Doom
Yeah.
isn't that great versus core DP.
Yeah, like the 4 DP just didn't leave the station. that train was
Actually, I'd rather just have a 3
scuppered
DP.
pretty quickly.
I think. Although they're banning as if it's a mid DP.
Hey,
You
But
may
they're going
now
to take the 3
select your
DP. They're going to
heroes.
grab the puck just for the control element. And we're just setting up for Pure. That's all we're doing.
All right, it's time to win.
Who was that? Collapse.
That was the cut. Yeah. Collapse is
cut
stab to
line.
win. The puck comes out.
And it is a collapse Doom.
Yep,
Lol on the
he's ready
Pango.
to
Like,
doom that thing.
the thing is, I haven't cast a game of Lol playing Pango. I've just looked at his Dota buff and Team Spirit's Dota buff and seen Pango, 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 DK, DK, DK. But it's been one of his big heroes here in Tour 1. Collapse on the Doom. I'm very, very happy with. I'm curious about the Yatoro Prophet though. Is this another new hero for him?
I know how you can profit, Gary.
How's that?
There. Well, help our sponsor, EGB.
Oh, we've got a video, haven't we?
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And off to the races we head. Team Spirit and Bet Boom, Game 3 in this best of 3. Top of the table in Eastern Europe, Division 1, Tour 1. As we're looking at to find out who is the victor for those bonus 120 DPC points. And I feel like this is
Yes.
a much fairer draft between the two of them.
Yes, I've received breaking news that there's apparently some Western European casters watching us in their hotel room.
Oh.
So, you know, I'm glad you guys are finally watching the good Dota. Thank you for joining us. It's everyone in the chat wave to Fog and Sheep and PTP and Lyrical and
Wait,
Quinn, I guess.
you're not-
I don't know. Quinn's watching, so
You're not
you
meant to
get 'em,
wave
but
at
they're here for the
Sheepstick.
best. It's the
Sheep-
best of the best.
Sheepstick deserves middle fingers, I'm sure.
Oh, that's true. You guys can flip her off too. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what she's doing all the time. But yeah, the Game 3, very important. As we get ourselves a quick smoke out in towards the river and head into game proper.
I think. Do you think Quinn would come and conquer this region next? You know, now that he's done Western Europe, you know, NA too easy,
NA?
Western Europe too easy. Maybe he's just scouting out. He's like, who am I hopping on here in this Eastern European squad next?
Well, usually people go from Western Europe to Southeast Asia and then maybe to China and then back to Eastern Europe, right? You want to do the around the world trip, travel the globe, find your
Makes a lot of sense.
Find your true
Well,
spot.
everyone's just around the mid lane right now in our game here as we do the ceremonial dance of the wards. So everyone tries to figure out where they're at. Everyone gets to spam their musical taunts. Everyone's favorite time here. And it results in a whole lot of nothing. No one's ward will be scouted out here because if you guys are not in the... You know, I'm not going to go over it. We're just going to fight over some runes.
The
Oh,
battle
misses the bushwhack, sadly. And Courier dead.
Radiant's courier has
Save
been
throws
killed.
the big bone at Mirror. And bounty runes will be gathered to the piece.
Are you ready to
It
rumble?
appears in the end. But yeah, some interesting warding coming out. Dire warding their own jungle up top. And Radiant with one of those sneaky wards just offset from the large camp. And as Mirror will come back up here to help collapse against this Morphling Mirana lane. It feels like once they get levels, Morphling Mirana, they can fight back and stand their ground a little bit. But level 1, level 2 could be nasty as we do get first blood already. Not in the top lane, not in the mid lane. But down bottom, Yatoro kills Nightfall. What?
All right, not ideal. there's a lot of trees. Okay, these guys, they keep punching you 4 armor. Sometimes it's just not enough.
Bushwhack top.
Also with that Blightstone too, which we've seen him do a couple times now, constantly bullying with the tree ends.
Super annoying, yeah. Pure getting irritated top lane as well. The bushwhack at a couple of hits drops him pretty low.
Oh, Yatoro. Oh, hello, Save. Are you pulling the wave, sir?
Yeah, Yatoro just shows up with a TP. He's going to be able to... Oh, the creep camp. He's got the wave being dragged all the way across in towards mid. The save. And mid lane, a fight between GPK and Lal. Pango Puck lane. How is this meant to go? Because I know later Dreamcall's pretty good. But
oh, Save!
Save is stuck! Save is blocked in! I mean, they trapped him in the corner! Oh my god.
There were so many times in telekinesis I was like, he can throw him that mid tower. He just held it. He's like, maybe throw him in that neutral camp. No, I'm gonna wait. Then he gets him there.
That's a pretty solid start from Spirit. We've seen and talked about Bet Boom in their laning phase. The potential for them just to steamroll the game after the first 6 minutes has been very apparent through this tour. Team Spirit in game 2 and 3 so far having their number.
I was wondering how he's ever gonna get some creeps here as they eventually all make their long migration back. Trying to figure out exactly what's happening here. He's about to be swarmed into this tower, perhaps. He's up top here in Toronto against Collapse, just duking it out. Has the Wraith Band already, so armor's looking just fine on Collapse right now. Get him with that Frost attack. Pure's just lasting under tower like Morphlings do.
Yeah, he's a morph. He doesn't care.
Until you get level 2 Bushwhack, then Morphling, kind of spooky, right? 150 damage, decent distance. Gotta be careful near the tree line. They don't have any wards though. Sometimes you'll see that ward under the tower versus the Morphlings, of course, when you have those longer range abilities, trying to get a cheeky snipe.
Oh, the fairy fire!
Oh, not even close. These Morphling players, they don't even break a sweat. If it's not single digits, they don't care.
Miposhka, bottom, he's dead. Save in trouble. Yatoro just needs one more hit. He's gonna TP forward for it. Come here, Tiny. Where have you gone? Oh, where have I gone? And they just Prophet cancel the TP, thinking about where to head, but Save's giving him the runaround. Nightfall doing a good amount of damage under the Prophet now, so yeah, gonna have to think about TPing home or get brought some regen by Miposhka. What a wild start to this game, though. 2-1, 3 minutes in, but the amount of back and forth.
Look what Save did, though. Because of that, he survives. He gets back out with the tree throw, and he gets the pull off, too. And much needed right now to try and set something nice up for Nightfall.
I mean, what's Nightfall at? 13 last hits. Everyone else cracking 15 to 20.
It's just been stressful, I feel like, for him,
It's stressful for
life's
me.
good now, though. He's about to be level 4, so that'll feel a lot better.
And we'll see Lal do a very calm move to get the bounty rune. Gather that up as he's dead even in farm of the park as they jump into the Roche pit. Mirror gets the kill. I guess that was the Acorn shot just following and Roche helping out. Nice big hand. And Pure's Morphling standing, fighting Collapse. Has a couple of stick charges in a waveform. And the Bushwhack misses, so Pure safe and sound. I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know about these players. Probably got their feet up.
We haven't talked much about this whole puck thing either, But obviously,
I wanted to, but then
there's no time. Formerly a very, very, very popular hero versus the Pango. It was like every time there was a Pango, the puck was pretty much getting banned. We don't really see that anymore. A lot of the focus is now more on that was a little better. Okay.
See you, Pure.
Now we're talking.
Toronto Tokyo's got leaps.
He does have that chain lightning too that you were concerned about. It's out there. He's letting it rip.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're a double ranged lineup in his lane against Collapse with his Doom and Arc Lightning. It is nasty stuff.
Yeah, he becomes the ranged unit at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Just zipping and zapping. Especially if you get the doubles. So it's pretty hype.
So yeah, mid lane, Pug.
Yeah,
Pango.
so mid lane. Basically, you coil the Pango and he can't cast his spells. All right,
Nice.
there, done. All right, there's no time.
Yatra being chased down bottom by Nightfall and Save. Good avalanche. But Yatra knowing there's no more stuns, attempting the TP. Oh, he's out of there. Miposhka helping just a little bit with that lift. Courier going to get taken down by Save, but the fact you protected your Prophet is a huge win for Spirit. And straight back down bottom with a TP from Yatra. Looks like he's got Midas queued.
Coming mid for the coil kill. Trying to get Pango before 6.
Tried to find him. He's got too early. Oh, he snaps the coil. Toss back now onto the tower of GPK. And Pango dead. Good move from Save.
Panic. I think he would have been all right, but whatever. Maybe he dies anyway, even if he doesn't snap it. He definitely just needed that one little bit of XP, though, right? Could have got the ulti, but he was also pretty low on mana, so I think he was just done, though.
Mira being a bit cheeky there. Good bushwhack into Arcane Rune Steel, not allowing GPK to have it. And the tip comes at the end as well. Respectfully, GPK tips his hat.
Middle tower is under attack.
It has been a close-fought battle these first 6 minutes. Kill score might not indicate that, but everyone's been close to death at some point or the other. Like, Save is on top of this Rubik. Miposhka will have the help of the Prophet soon, so a telekinesis into Sprout. Try and catch out Save, but he doesn't get the treants in front of him. Tiny able to slip away with a Quelling Blade play.
The best player?
He's just mashing taunt in his voice lines. You just hear that stupid tiny sound bite, and I'll consider myself the best player. The whole draft, by the way, he just spams.
Yeah. Oh,
It's gotten to the point where I just drown out that Nisha line now. That one and the so tasty. It's so good and tasty. I can't even hear it anymore.
It's in your ears 24/7. It's like that Mariah Carey song during Christmas, right? It gets to a point where it's just it's background noise. It's a bit of white noise.
That I don't drown out though. I jam to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I am still human, believe it or not.
That hotel room full of Western Europe talent is like, really?
That's good.
Coil up mirror.
Just keeping it loose.
And Toronto, Tokyo. Oh, the dancing back and forth.
It was nice. Nice move.
Strange time to hibernate.
Just watching her. Finish her off. GPK. Is that Witchblade very close to being done now?
Now, you know what else is almost done there, my good friend?
What's that?
Okay, it's not almost done. But the debate continues. The Midas for Yadoro.
Oh,
the
right,
glove
yeah.
is there. Now,
Because-
Yadoro, of course, won his game with Midas. So haters, stay hating. Can he win another game with Midas, Nature's Prophet? Once again proving that they might have won anyway without Midas, but we'll never know for sure.
Well, they might have a double Midas because Doom has one now.
That's just sensible.
Yeah, it's natural, right?
Are scanning.
Devour, Doom, Midas. Makes a lot of sense. A little bit of greed from Spirit could go a long way here. But it could backfire against the Puck and a Death Prophet who are very adept at playing fast, shoving towers, finding kills. Collapse.
He's 1 XP away from Arrow.
Oh.
1.
And now with
Just
that...
one less deny in that lane and Collapse is dead.
Yeah. Yeah, would have been a simple one. And with that failed play, Lal and Mira, sensing an opportunity down at bottom, have smoked up and they are wrapping around the long way through their own tier 1. Save? Are you gonna show yourself? Lal smoke did break.
Yeah, they do not have good vision here, though, obviously. Like, there's great wards in behind for Beppo, but they don't really know what's going on here on the side of Team Spirit.
Like saving Nightfall, they
so
want to be
patient,
aggressive. Miposhka, come around the corner, I dare you. Hello. Hello, Rubik, a freebie for me, the toss up and the kill. Oh, just let him die.
Honestly,
where did Mira go? Mira went back into the bottom jungle.
That was just lame. I mean, that's like sitting in the corner with the Claymore, That was like some Call of Duty strats right there. They're just waiting.
Waiting for their time to strike. Now with Exo up, they want to try and push this bottom tower. So a bit of a switch up here from Spirit. They put Lal bot to try to defend.
Yeah.
Which means Yatro's Prophet has to come mid to claim the creeps there. Get the finish on his hand of Midas.
Save was just like pitching a tent on that tree line. He's starting a little campfire there. He just didn't plan on going anywhere. But now he's decided that with all these heroes coming mid, he's going to join the party. GBK has the coil. Reluctantly is making his way to join, but there's still neutrals to kill.
Lol is like, what are you doing? He's in my creeps mid. Swashbuckle, finish him off. Ditto. Nice observer kill there and transfer all of this momentum into tier 1. But Lol is coiled. Save, not able to get the stun play to snap the coil, stunned and now trapped in the sprout. Good avalanche is there, but he's dead.
And the tower too.
Yeah, that boom losing out in this mid lane. A courier about to be sniped by Mira as well.
Dire's courier has been killed.
All while building a Midas. You know, this hero, what can I say?
Radiant's
Yeah, you think this
bottom
is
tower
funny.
is under
Hilarious. Oh, Tokyo completely blown up. Assassination from Team Spirit, and the trio will keep looking for more. And swinging up top, where Pure is sitting and waiting to meet his maker.
Sitting at the bottom of the net worth of the cores. What's going on, Pure?
Hey, he's against a collapsed Doom who's up at the top.
It's not a good spot to be as a Morphling. Last time I checked.
5 denies on collapse. And Dar Observer is off to the left side in the lane. So Pure won't see this coming. Bushwhacked up, but he got off the attribute shift. Trying to get the control on him with the Rolling Thunder, but difficult against the player with the caliber of Pure. Will swashbuckle off to the right-hand side, but look who's coming. It's Yaltaro's Nature's Prophet. They've got the Sprout to hold him in place and the Doom on his head as well. Pure getting blown up. One more touch, will collapse will find it. Nightfall's in with the Spirit Siphons now. Does have a mech, but no exorcism. So difficult battle.
I've seen Boxy with this.
It's good from DPK. Nightfall will chasing the Nature's Prophet, but the
Spirit Siphons, dude!
Oh my god! Miposhka would have stolen the Siphons! Ben Boomer falling apart!
Foxy!
Can't even kill off Mira! Miboxka! Oh, he's doing it! Nightfall about to die, and Ben Boom have walked into their own demise. Save hiding in the trees while Lal and Miboxka will hunt him down! It's a disaster! It's a team life! The team spirit just absolutely cruised through that top lane!
Dire's
2,000 damage with stolen Siphon. It's so crazy, man.
That shit insane!
The second he stole it and they were just running in smoke, I could just say, this is not gonna end well. The power was flexed there by Mabochka. Alright, well, trying to defend your Morphling's honor goes very poorly for the side of Bamboo.
Precious bounty.
Yeah, it was like dead even in net worth. Now a 3k lead for Spirit. And the odds, oh yeah, we see them shift right there. 3-1 basically. Ooh. Really feel like they've got the more cohesive draft when they all come together. Again, it's this, 5-hero group up. 3 of them can smoke and play wherever they want to, and then you've got this Doom who's sitting in the lane to be connected upon, and Nature's Prophet just has global TP.
While profiting, of course, with his mind.
Yeah.
No one's ever made that pun with this hero, by the way.
No, not today, not ever.
No.
Not even in the last game. No.
A couple of voice lines tossed back and forth there. It's a miss on the attempted bushwhack of GBK.
I mean, Toronto Tokyo might just have to die to keep some of these lanes alive. But Bet Boom are angling in towards mid. A bit of a fishing expedition to look for the Pango. But it looks like Lal has a very good read on this. Playing the left side of the trees. Might come and swashbuckle this lane, but even if he does so, he's got backup coming. They've got the coil, the avalanche, Lal getting caught. A good pick up here on the Pango. A steal on Waning Rift, not a big one from Miposhka. It looked like Mira and him might be there in time to save Lal, but a little bit disconnected.
Yeah, and you can see they're kind of overcommitting on the Pango, but I think part of that is that they actually just don't have a secondary way to secure kills right now. You know, like, you could maybe chuck an arrow and hope to hit someone when they're retreating like that, but overall, like, just throw the whole kitchen sink at that Pango because you're just trying to secure this tower with Nightfall. You need to farm a Blink Dagger up on save, so you have a secondary course of initiation.
Oh, we got the shift off. Do they have the damage? Not with a Doom. Too far away.
Middle tower is under attack.
Still lowest of the cores. Still a major problem for Bet Boom.
Dire's bottom
The Pango steal is pretty solid though. In terms of heroes that you can become, you know, it's not the worst.
Yeah, but it disengage. Toronto Tokyo leaps out of mid. Yeah, GPK TP's back to his tier 2. Looks like they want to smoke. Mirana brings one on the courier. And gathering up. Getting a good D-ward as well. Pure does not want to be part of this smoke. So it looks like Toronto Tokyo just going to put his body in that top jungle again. Safeguard the Morphling a little longer.
I'll see if Save survives here. Total death cost right now for him is only 68. So, you know,
That's not too bad. I'm getting closer to his blink.
Amazing what you find lying around.
It does, yeah. Is it just all reliable gold he's got? Oh, it's about half and half. Just the sound
oh, now it's 69. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Meme number, haha. But yeah, what's the move for BetBoom? They got tier 1 mid, and now it's a bit of chilling until Morphling's ready.
Yeah, and save gets blinked. I mean, I'll be impressed if he doesn't die like 3 times.
Spam the coil in my posture, but he's got raindrops, fluffy hat, and had a full wand, so survives it. Mirana and Pug unable to kill a support.
A little worrisome, I'll say. And of course, you know, they're on aggressive adventures here. Oh, Sentry.
See this mirror hoodwink. Do you want to go up this staircase toward the Tokyo? Oh, the sentry's placed. Doesn't have any leaps. Sharpshooter hits him, but he popped his wand.
Oh, the mech! Nightfall!
Oh, it's the mech, you're right.
The green!
It wasn't the wand, and now the play back in onto Mirror. Avalanche, now the toss follow through. The 2 supports will fall. Toronto, Tokyo. Oh man, that line between, you know, genius and insanity. Very, very tight. Nightfall saving the day for that Mirana.
I'm so confused. I just could not fathom how he survived. But he managed to get it like just before. So that was pretty huge. Got healed for 350. He actually got saved with 0.16 seconds before the sharpshooter hit him. Or he would have died.
0.16, really?
Yeah, that's pretty poggers.
Jeez. I clicked him and I was like, yeah, wand, raindrops. Nope, it was the mech.
And so what was happening, I know we were watching a lot of like the mid and top, but earlier Pango had come down and actually tried to kill Save, but there was a silence from Nightfall to cover him before he even rotated towards that mid and then saved Toronto Tokyo. So Nightfall essentially just played this protective Vanguard for both supports in this situation, and it led to Save getting his blink without even getting like caught at all on the side lane, which is tough to do as a Tiny in this situation where your team pretty much needs this blink to actually fight. So now we can lead into a coil, into a toss-out play potentially if it's just onto a solo, or we can coil, focus the Pango with a couple heroes, and also get Tiny jumping as someone like the Hoodwink, right? Like 940 HP with a little bit of help, he can bring down that hero.
Hey, yeah, find the Hoodwink or maybe even find this Nature's Prophet. Yato has been very careful the past 5-6 minutes, just hiding away, making sure he's getting his farm rate up to reach that BKB when he does become much more of a nuisance.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
equally,
attack.
Team Spirit have hit this timing with blinking KB Doom. He's got Ward Stomp. Doom comes out of the GBK, and how quickly the puck dies. No defensive items, and a sliced dice onto Toronto Tokyo, assassinated by the sharpshooter. Was there vision there?
He had vision in the river, and he predicted that he would leap.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, like, he shot early enough that if the Rana left, that he would actually get the kill.
Oh, look top, though. Save and Pure. This Yatoro, tiny combo, and that big damage from Pure gets saved the kill. Mira wants revenge now. Rolling Thunder from Lars Pango's coming in hot. Collapse has a blink War Stomp, but Pure is under the Moonlight Shadow. Lal has no dust. They can't see him any longer. And a waveform back. Save. Looking for it. Tosses him. Lal in trouble now. Sarah's nice Pure. Pummel him into the ground. Beautifully done. 2 core kills for BetBoom as Team Spirit fall short. Arrow.
Yellow arrow. All right, they're not that lucky. That's...
Are they diving this? They're diving this. Save is diving this. He's in onto the Hoodwink with a telekinesis. Stops the toss. Forces him to launch the creep back instead of the hero.
But they're actually instilling fear into Team Spirit for the first time in this game. Like, BetBoom actually showing that we have an opportunity to kill your heroes, and you can't play as free on these side lanes now as this Nature's Prophet. Just because of save. And it all comes back to that space that he was given bottom to get the blink, the protection from Nightfall, leading into a couple kills, and now a potential Roche with the Exorcism being popped. Like, this was a very tight line that BetBoom had to walk to successfully get saved to a point where he can contribute to this team.
Yeah, the farm attribution here has been tremendous to give him that a little bit extra gold. Pure has recovered decently as well, sat around 9,000 net worth with Lincoln and Dragonlance is now pretty heavily protected against the damage output and control of Spirit. But we still have Doom and Nature's Prophet just out-farming everybody on the map. This is
Yeah.
the difficulty, is like keeping tabs on Yatoro and Collapse when they've got Hands of Midas, Devour, and Global Teleport.
He has boost and travel on the Doom now too. Like,
Does what? Coming on Courier?
oh yeah, they're everywhere right now. I mean, they're confident that they were farming creeps when they had opportunities to get kills in the Sunnies for sure, right? With like a Prophet and a Pango and a Doom with a rather early blink. There definitely were opportunities, but they were just seeing that their fortunes in the jungle were going to stack up higher to them, and they feel like with this round of items, they will be stronger than Batboom with Aegis. I think is how they're reading the situation. And as long as they get that good jump from Collapse, they're probably correct.
Let's see if they can find that observer ward. GPK
Look at this.
moves a little bit of vision.
Way back there. Scanning where Knife also. If you guys look at the far right side where the pink arrow is. Oh, it just got pinged out though. That's by Radiant. Okay. But anyway, they have a great ward there, sort of scouting out that dire ancient. So hoping to give them an idea exactly where Batboom's moving, and the BKB now picked up here as well for Yatoro. So if they force this Aegis fight now from Batboom, there's quite a few tools that'll be hard to handle.
He's a pretty big beast, he is. That Nature's Prophet. Feels like LOL has like a bit of catching up to do, but he's not in a bad spot. He's still got a decent amount of farm compared to his enemy cores. It's just the fact this Doom and Prophet are so far ahead and soaking up a lot of the income on the map. LOL has to take the dregs, little pieces left behind. And now they've got that Aegis. It's kind of an awkward spot to be in. You don't have a tier 1 mid to get. Tier 1 bottom's gone. So what part of the map does Batboom want to play into?
It looks like bottom. Basically, Toronto did the funny thing where he leapt across the river and he threw an arrow through the jungle. And then didn't see anything, but they still decided to move here. Now, this Moonlight Shadow was scouted by Team Spirit. They saw the mid invis. Kind of surprised how Mira's playing this.
That's right. Gets coiled.
Yeah.
He's turning to fight GPK.
So is BKB.
The top snap. They'll find the Nature's Prophet. Didn't even BKB up. He knew there was no reinforcements coming, so he just decides to die rather than stand and fight.
All right, fair. I mean, am I dumb? Couldn't? Oh, he must have just been out of TPs, I guess. Was it on CD maybe?
It's on cooldown now. I'm not sure.
Like was the main one on cooldown? I don't know.
Oh,
I feel like, am I crazy? Like, couldn't he have just lived?
TP'd?
Am I missing something? Did he just think that the Morphling was closer, the damage was going to be too overwhelming?
I think he's just like, I want my big BKB for the real fight, my 9-seconder.
That should help.
I'm catching a death there. Feels good for Batboom, but I don't think it's a disaster for Team Spirit. They're still controlling that top part of the map quite nicely, and now they can recuperate their losses in bottom with the Doom and the Hoodwink lurking around. Batboom do see Mira, and Save is going for it. Finds the toss across into the creep wave. Collapse, jumps, tumbles. Save caught by the Infernal Blade. Arrow not going to hit anyone. And Team Spirit looking to claim another. Inhibit from Diffuser Blade, slowing Toronto Tokyo to a crawl. That's a hasted Pango. Giving chase on a Mirana and Death Prophet. But the rest of his team can't really catch up to him. So he's like, oh, the tower is one hit away from death. And so is this Courier. I'll take those. Move on to the Morphling now. Why? Don't mind if I do. Batboom. They need to protect this Ancients. And bring numbers here. But Team Spirit not continuing their aggressive move forward. GBK is going to find another catch. Yeah, Mira coiled up and killed off.
Will not rise in my presence.
That coil's pretty brutal. Yeah, I guess the point is, like, obviously you can't just, like, get the spacing, then you're still just dead even with the BKB. Getting coiled in the tree line is very bad.
Yeah.
Newsflash.
And GPK is having a pretty good game.
Radiant are
Now swinging up to top. Batboom won't find Yatoro, and the Radiant scan it connect. I felt that move coming. Collapse holding the top of one of these staircases, but Dire with the high ground vision sees the Doom, saves straight in on top of it. Combo him with the arrow and adaptive strike. Now Mirror and Nakoshka trying to fight with Lull, thundering and rolling in towards
Laryl's
Save,
making it look good. Don't bait the team in. Just retreat.
Just
do not start a fight
away.
when your Doom's just dead.
They can't continue that.
Dire's top tower
And this past 10 minutes has been Batboom really clawing their way back into the game. It felt like Team Spirit had this dominating lead, control of the map, but this Roshan tank and the aggressive plays down bottom has led them into a A tremendous spot
Oh,
now.
look, they're trying to get
But
Pure,
the
though.
jump on Morphling. Save the toss across. I mean, Pure is sent into a dangerous spot. He's very tanky. Shifting into 4,000 health on Pure. Another waveform might get him out of danger. Yasuo trying to give him the clicks. The waveform TP, and he stuns the Bushwhack lands. The long-range connection from
Radiant's
Mira.
middle tower is under attack.
But Tiny tossed Pure into them, didn't he? He got like chucked and launched around everywhere.
I'm not sure how that all started. But either way,
Radiant's
it ended.
courier has been killed.
Collapsed BKBs to get away from the
Radiant's
coil.
top tower is under attack.
Top lane, TP in from Yasuo, looking for save, but it doesn't find him. Tiny places a sentry, runs away. What's happening in the Roche pit now? There's people leaping into pit. There's a Pango rolling up. Everywhere you look, Trent, people are casting their spells. What a sight.
Speaking of that, I was also thinking about that that shard too for Morphling. Because like some players seem to gravitate towards it really early, but he's a little bit too busy finishing up with Scotty right now before he can do that.
Mira so close to death, but save, having spent his combo, sprouted and shot down.
And died to a neutral after.
Oh, yeah, so he does.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dire's middle
Those
tower
damn
is
trolls.
under
Take it.
attack.
Yeah, we're slowing down Beppo. Finally, they're going to drop the hero. Not feel as overwhelmingly confident, but something tells me it probably won't actually slow them down all too much. As well, it's time on Morphling Scotty Yada. We're also down here working on a Scotty right now. He clears through this camp. A couple hundred gold to go.
And a DD rune that spawned bot. What is there? There's a minute and a half left to go. Looks like Lal's just going to bottle it up and take it. It could be a chance for Roche, though.
Yeah, they need this Aegis because Pure won't buy the turn. That's my theory. So get this, because then if he just gets like rando bashed, he's not gonna be real mad.
What do they have to pop Lincolns on him? I guess it's like Fade Bolt into Doom?
Yeah, pretty much. It's not looking great.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I mean, Doom wants to keep that War Stomp to catch the puck. I mean, it might just be they ignore the Morphling for a bit and kill GPK and the rest of them first.
This is my shout.
It's okay, then we just buy eggs. We don't need that.
True.
That Lincoln's popping anymore, right? We're past that.
That makes sense. Yeah, and I guess the fights, the way they're going to flow is Team Spirit kind of looking to bait out all cash on Toronto Tokyo. Yeah, quick slay on the Mirana. But Spirit, they're going to be looking to kind of bait out BKBs and the Exorcism. And weather that storm and then go back around.
See that Aegis spawn? That's a full 3 minutes right there.
Radiant's
that
top
favor?
tower is under attack.
Us, the viewers.
I actually
Everybody watching.
I think it's better for Team Spirit because I actually think it's going to give more opportunities for this Basher to get a kill on Pure, simply because he won't have the shard.
Man, we can see Bat Boom thinking about where they're meant to be. Oh, farm a large camp, but
Dire's
there's no
middle tower
Roche.
is under
We
attack.
can't really just go onto tier 1 top. Trying to play under their own vision for the moment. But this is really where we see the massive value from an Aegis Prophet. He's shoving bottom of Treants while Puck blinks away. GPK doesn't get caught by Collapse's play. And now the Moonlight Shadow turnaround. Bet Boom, they're itching for a fight. Team
They don't have
Spirit.
any wards to drop behind them on Mira. My poach is holding them all right there. That could have been one of those opportunities, right? Where you look for the turn, but Bet Boom probably thinking the same thing, where I've seen that get turned around so many times, that exact situation, that they'd rather back to their own jungle and keep farming near road. Smoke up here. Collapse. Still looking for that way to lead things off here.
Top tower is under attack.
9-second BKB on Nightfall. Almost has a Lincolns of his own, too. And the early ward, too. This is the setup they're looking for.
Who's going to show anybody?
It's a classic pushing the mid lane fight.
Naposhka, go Fade Bolt the creeps, please. Somebody go. Mira's in. Finds Toronto Tokyo. The full staff to move away.
Dire's bottom tower.
The Tiny comes in and saves the Mirana.
Look at he goes right back down after. Like, I saved you. What?
Let me go again. Well, it's Scrappy Doo. Let me at him.
We have a stolen arrow as well on the Poshka.
Oh, Mira's back in on him. The Observer Ward sees him with the full staff across. The leap away. Double leaps. He's out of there.
Oh, they use the roll too.
Oh, yeah, connects on Nightfall, but this is, again, not a fight Team Spirit want to be taking around that dire tier 2. And now we're down to 45 seconds before Roche respawns.
Look how much gold has been just like funneled towards Team Spirit and all this though, because everyone on Betboom is playing so tight. And they have these Devour and Midases being rocked on the side of Team Spirit, and the greater ability to quickly push the waves with like the majority of the heroes, I would say.
Playing that wide map, yeah.
They're just so fast at wiping them. Like, between like Pangolier is just like one swashbuckle, Nature's Prophet obviously has the global potential to help out, as well as just like ripping some ultis.
Yeah, it's like, Betboom, do you want to come bottom and defend tier 2? Not really. Roshan is like guaranteed to be alive in 10 seconds.
They've also kept this ward in front of the pit the entire time from Team Spirit too, so they've been feeling relatively okay about this. Vision for Betboom is non-existent across the river, but likewise for Team Spirit, the only thing they can see is directly in front of the pit, so both teams not exactly having the best idea of what's going on right now.
And back to the 5-man group up for Betboom.
Oh, okay, all right. So we have the Infernal Blade, guys. We got to do some maths here, all right? If the enemy's level is a multiple of 3 or above level 24, they'll be stunned for a longer duration and take bonus damage. Okay.
So Pure needs to hit
3-second stun. You guys know how you can tell if something's divisible by 3? If you add the numbers together and it's divisible by 3, it's divisible by 3. Did you guys know that? So if it's like 18 and you 1 plus 8 is 9, that's divisible by 3. That means it's
clever, Trenty.
Yeah. That works like numbers up to like, like 200,000. Crazy.
Insane. And a couple of support kills for Betboom. Going to give them an opening for Roshan. 2 buybacks are available. Pure finishes off the tier 1. And then goes straight into the pit. Now this is Aegis and Shard, so it's got to be buyback time from Spirit. And Miposhka kicks it off with his. TP back in towards mid.
These are tactical feeds to get more from the level 21 for the bonus stun.
That makes perfect sense. Roshan, 3,000 health. Oh, lol.
Whoops.
Lol.
A little undershoot on the old Blink Dagger.
Going. He pops the Lincolns on Nightfall. Exo is coming back. So the Ghost return to the Ghost Lady, and the long thunder connects on the Tiny, so it's going to close back. But they blow up, collapse in Mirror. The dieback on the Hoodwink, the death of the Doom. Now Lar's in trouble. The toss forward, Nightfall. We get the Spirit Siphons in onto Lal, and the Pango. He's an inch away from death. Finished off at long last. While Yasuro's fighting 1v1 mano a mano with Pure. He's the stronger one. Destroyed around the pit. Betboom crushed Team Spirit. And game 3 looks like it might just be theirs.
Well, they do. They just had to hold it out. I got to check the player perspective after this game, but was that a classic clicking over the blink rage to get the 4/5? That's kind of what it looked like, didn't it? You just you did the overshoot to the undershoot. Yeah. At least there's like, I'm going to go with 25 people that don't know this. All right, guys, when you use your blink dagger, okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you click past the max range, you actually only go 4/5 of the way on your blink dagger. So
did they change that with
there's actually an audio cue.
Did they change? I feel like there was a change with like Co-op or AM where they made it not do that for them, but it still works with Blink Dagger or something?
It definitely does it on the item.
Okay.
That much I know. I don't play those heroes. Miss me with those two. Come on now. Who's ever happy to get Annie Mage or Queen of Pain on their team in the pub? All right? Not this guy.
Nobody ever. we mentioned AM when there's a Darkseer pick, and that's it.
Only acceptable reasoning.
It's a mention and a ban, not a pick.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, this Aegis on the Morphling now, I'm going to give a lot of freedom to Betboom to claim the remaining tier 2 towers.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Shove in bottom towards tier 3, swing into mid, looks pretty simple. But they don't want to do that simple move. They want to go something a little tastier. Yatoro, the big Nature's Prophet, the coil snap with the 4-staff play. That is gorgeous from Save and GPK. But the BKB TP will be there for Yatoro, so in the end, they don't get the kill. But that's put the fear of God into him for sure.
It's okay, he's going to laugh it off. Is Pure afraid, though? Because he doesn't look like it.
No, he is afraid of nothing. There's no man or beast that this Morphling's afraid of.
Or squirrel.
A squirrel's a beast, isn't it?
Is it, though? I don't know.
It's a furry little animal. Some big crits coming out. Pure into Rubik mode while in the mid lane. What's going on there with Save? Forcing a BKB in a Rolling Thunder. Dies in the process. But Pure's with... Oh, God, the Scardy and the Daedalus hits. Lol. Oh dear. Are you going to die
He has
inside your
orb after,
base?
too.
Gets the disarm, but Pure doesn't give
Radiant's
chase.
bottom tower is
But
under
now you're
attack.
looking at 2 lanes. Knife falls there with the Exo. Gets on the tier 3. Forces the cliff. Oh, I guess the tier 2 mid is still standing, so they can't shift in for a secondary lane.
Pure is much braver than I. I'm way too scared to morph into a Rubik and use spells. I've seen some hockey shenanigans happen, with, especially with like orb like that. The bugs used to be pretty bad with that one. Sometimes you come back and you just can't cast your spells anymore. So I think he's all right though.
I can't shift anything.
Yeah.
Nightfall, nice. Blink BKB. Gets them in, gets them out. Melee rack taken down. And now it's time for the outpost. And we've still got 2 minutes of Aegis time to play with here for Pure. This game is swung on his head. Like that gold graph is it's a straight line down.
It's all right. We'll get the bailout from the Midas's pretty soon. Okay.
The economic collapse.
Printing we just start printing money with Midas's.
The long arm of the government with the hand of Midas. Handing out welfare checks to Nature's Prophet and Doom. And GPK, yeah, called Yatoro, but again, the BKB TP gives him the safety he needs. That's 2 BKBs now. Used very defensively just to get himself away. And it changed very quickly from Doom and Prophet being able to push out, split push. Pango can't really do it either at this point. Map getting smaller for Spirit. Yatoro has to farm any ancients.
They're hoping for an eggs play,
Radiant's
right?
top tower
Get
is
the
under
Doom on
attack.
eggs before we fight. Sorry, the eggs on Doom. Well, get the Doom and eggs. It kind of works. It works in both ways.
I mean, maybe Ags is a drug. You know, the Doom is on Ags.
That random arrow just killed the post, yeah?
Oh no! Oh, he's dead for 50, right? No buyback.
They didn't see the gem though.
Oh,
The courier instantly out. The support players, man. Those couriers run so fast in that gem.
That's another turbo meta play, by the way. Send the couriers, sprint them across the map to pick up the gem. Oh, failed bushwhack acorn shot. And Miro just gonna chuck the sharpshooter.
It's really hard without Aether. It has to be very tight.
Well, it looks like at least they won't lose another lane of barracks. That's quelled the push for now from Betboom.
All right, but
Aegis will be expiring soon.
The Ags is here, and it's what 10 seconds or something left on this? Yeah, 5 seconds left on this Aegis, so it's time to go. Like, if there was ever a time, this is it. Rubik comes back, and we ride to defend our home. Saddle up the horses. It's go time. Or, you know, wait till they come high ground again. I don't know. I'm not your mom.
Yeah.
But, just make sure this fight with the Ags is good. All right, so what is the play? Let's say that he does the self-doom and he gets on Pure. Can they kill Pure? I'd say yes if Prophet's there. Like, Yato does a lot of damage.
They've got Greaves, double force staff. I think
That's
Pure
the real
lives.
issue. Yeah, that's definitely the big problem.
But
is
also the
force
fact,
staff.
Save is buying an E-Blade. He's got a Kaya on this Tiny. And Bedboom are coming. High ground ward is here from Team Spirit. They'll see the smoke break and watch the DP blink away. Save is in, but collapse bodyguards the rest of his team while